streaming. And go, yes, so here we are. I'm still Despot of Crimea. Crimea continues to be fairly large and widely distributed. I have literally no idea what I'm doing with this game. Except my meta thing, which is try and acquire 2 more kingdoms and see if I can found my own empire. But obviously to do that I need to get independence as well. And more stuff. Good lord, I actually managed to catch one of the small flying gribblies that was nearby flying. So who's my heir? My heir is a slightly older kinstote who's only mildly useless. I'm holding out for my cousin Pythagoras Macrodoukas, who is less useless than some of the others. I can still create that duchy. Right, yes, also. I don't have very much money at the moment.
Yes, I seem to recall that situation.
So let's turn time up a bit for a bit. Okay, so a couple of bits that I thought I'd lost because of inheritance things, I think have just been given back to me by our great and gracious.
Well, yes, this is the nice thing about being in an empire, is that no one can really become independent of you unless the emperor agrees with them becoming independent of you. Because if they don't, the emperor just gives the buggers back again. That's an interesting message from the emperor.
I am looking at that.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't like having kings under me.
I do have 2 kingdoms, Crimea and Anatolia. Right, so how many have I got there? How many has he got there? He's a bit scary. Right. Factions. I think I should join the independence faction.
You may still have to accept losing one of your titles.
Yeah, but I'm going to lose the land because Anatolia is quite big.
I don't think that will take. I don't think by doing that he's taking any of your vassals.
Territory.
And thus I don't think he's taking any of your territory. I'm not sure, but I think. Hang on, let me just have a quick. Start with the 250 tail.
Yes. Can I have another 2/3 of a packet to try and sort out? Well, yes. Okay.
Successfully revoking a title implicitly retracts the vassalage of de jure vassals of the revoked title. Implicitly retracts outlying vassals but only when revoking primary title. Is this your primary title? Like your primary title is kind of
Crimea. But Anatolia, de jure Anatolia, covers quite a lot of my stuff.
8 there are 9 left. That is liable to mean that you lose
everything in Anatolia.
at least everything that's not. Yes, I suspect either everything in Anatolia or everything that's not your domain in Anatolia. So most of Anatolia is almost certainly going to go if you either accept this or lose the ensuing war. So how many wars is he in at the moment?
Just the one.
Okay.
No, those are all hostile too.
So, I mean, interesting things are you do get a claim on the revoked title, but I kind of suspect his next action is going to be to destroy the title, so it doesn't help very much. So I think if you rebel, that probably pisses off all, or rather, causes all the other landed vassals, or if you don't rebel, I think at this point, it's like this will annoy a lot of the other vassals, and you end up with a slightly unusual overthrow ruler casus belli, in which you can, what does it say? Which this says allows them to call in other vassals. So whether you can actually just say, hello everyone who's currently in an independence faction, how would you like to join my war? Yeah, so I think you may be able to get others to join you even though they're not in an alliance with you. Oh yes, it's revocation, not merely arrest, so yes. And if you win the war, that reduces crown authority substantially and forces the Byzantine emperor to abdicate, which is kind of entertaining. So yeah, I mean, I think it's not quite as catastrophic as it looks if you go to war, because because you may actually get you may be able to get some help from other vassals of the empire. And after all, the consequence of losing the war is essentially the consequence of surrendering immediately by saying, I'll accept this revocation. But on the other hand, yeah, I'm not, and the consequences are quite bad in that you lose, I think you lose all your land in Anatolia. So how many troops have you got at your disposal?
About 5,000.
Right, yes.
He's got about 30,000.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy if you don't manage to get some other people to join you.
Well, the thing is, it sounds like, surrendering doesn't put me that much worse off than...
I don't think so. I mean, I think, as far as I know, defeat just means... hang on, doesn't he get a free title, another free title revocation if you lose? Because you...
No, because if I go to war, I don't think you'd get to... I don't recall... If, for instance, I tried to revoke a title of one of my vassals and they went, no, screw you, I think I just got to revoke the one title from them.
I mean, I'd really like to know why he thinks. Or maybe he's just got high enough crown authority that he has free title revocation.
Medium crown authority. Oh no, hang on, sorry. He's got low crown authority.
So that's enough that we can revoke titles. Oh, hang on. What's the crown authority level in Crimea?
Medium. Anatolia follows the Byzantine Empire, so they've got low.
That might mean that it's quite easy for him to revoke law. Oh, you're not an infidel or a heretic, though, are you? As far as the emperor is concerned.
Let's just double take that. There we are. We're both iconoclast.
So I think this qualifies as an unjustified revocation. I think it would turn into a justified revocation if you lost the war. So he would not piss off his other vassals so much in that circumstance.
Yes. But at that point I've lost the war, so, you know.
But, yes. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure that the consequences of losing the war are very bad. I mean, maybe you'll lose Crimea as well and you have to build everything up from the ground again.
It's true. I think we decline and we try our best and we'll also turn down time a lot. Two arms, right, so. Oh look, it's that very familiar thing, a revolt in the Byzantine Empire. Okay, that's automatically raised some people, so let's... Oh, of course, I don't see now the... a bunch of people who are in the Byzantine Empire who might possibly have been
I'd like to actually get a...
Hello, would you like to join my war?
So possibly they just might volunteer to. Given that this was describing things from the point of view of the person doing the revoking, it may not be very obvious from that point of view.
I do have slightly more people than I'd expect, but probably not enough. Let's go and see how many.
Presumably you have slightly fewer because you haven't got the ones you could raise from you.
Yes, but not that much fewer.
So this will probably require some
extreme cunning. Right, so I have the problem that I don't actually know where most of my levies can be raised. I think I raise all my levies and then I possibly hastily dismiss some of them again. I will control click on this. If there are any.
If you highlighted that vassal you call into the war. Oh no, you don't know highlight.
No. I ran my mouse over it and it was like, ha ha ha, lol, no. So. Can I raise some ships? I can. Oh, there's some document there. So. Right. So, if I can get some troops out here to squash this little lot, those 1,000, because that's all plains. So if I can get a numerical advantage there, we're doing fine. Why don't I have any troops out here? That's very distressing. Don't appear to have any Let's just check that is mountains. Yeah, we're very limited in what we can do with mercenaries because we have no cash
So,
after the last war.
so far, given that the Empire has only raised 4,000 troops, is he looking...
5,000
Oh, right,
troops.
there's another 1,000 there.
Yeah. So my current plan is to do a bit of trickery with some of this lot,
I mean, if
get
you-
them out here, hit that lot, and then try and get...
Are the ones... Are the Empire troops in its capital in mountains?
Almost certainly, because that's my old province, you may recognise it. It's Dorilion,
Right, yes.
so yes.
So you haven't quite... you haven't easily got enough to take them in an offensive.
No.
Everyone is currently... So... Right. My suggestion
I've now raised some more people, so I think my
Yeah.
plan may change.
would be to take your 3,900 Cheery troops and send them in the direction of Constantinople to squish all those nice small demoralised armies which are conveniently fairly nearby. I mean, I'm not sure this is a good plan, but it feels like a good start. I'm trying to leave a bit more northerly if I can. And this will probably change rapidly as everyone moves around.
And I think I'll take this lot actually up here. You lot instead. Get to go over here. Okay, I've apparently ended up with some rather random commanders who are pretty useless. Excuse me while I go and get rid of some of the more
Is
useless.
there anything entertaining you can do by that? Oh yes, because you become an emperor level title temporarily, you get an extra commander slot.
Yes. I'm going to see if I can invite someone to court temporarily.
I'm just wondering if there are useful things you can do as an emperor level person, but I think most of them will include a not temporary title plan.
Okay, it turns out no one will join my court at this point. Let's still, I do have some people who are slightly better than, like, randomly standing in a field with a pointy stick. Troops there. Well, okay, technically there are worse people. Oh God, right. Sorry, right. I have to nominate an heir to the
to the revolt.
To the revolt. Right. Well, under the circumstances, he's not very diplomatic, but he is extremely good at fighting, which is currently the primary thing of primary job of the Emperor. I mean, okay, but like whatever. What's the stuff like in that point? It's planes. Therefore, we need to perform a getting the hell out of there manoeuvre. Actually, maybe we don't. Let's dismiss you lot. Look and get over there. Okay, so that lot are going there. So they found some ships, which is a bit annoying.
Well,
Let's just double check what. So yeah, I lose 200 prestige. I'm imprisoned, and I will lose Anatolia probably.
Well, curiously, it doesn't actually say that, but
Yeah, but I think that's because that's an optional action, right? Because Emperor could choose not to imprison me. I'm just checking what white piece is. So I think because I wouldn't be... I don't know if you might be able to revoke my thing. I don't like how this is looking at all.
what's going on there?
So that's okay. They're going that way.
Are your troops heading south to hit
My
them?
troops are heading south to hit that lot and then back up there to hit that lot. Let's just check. We have someone there.
So,
I'm hoping to hit those two a bit and then nip down and hit that one a bit and then try and dodge that unless I manage to sit in the mountains somewhere. So glue together. Let's stick in a shape. Let's do and there. Okay. Where are you lot going? What are you trying to do? So, you not. Oi, you should be forced. You not need to. So, let's head that away. That's nice, dear.
You want to merge those two.
Can't currently. Right, okay, let's.
Probably okay, so I think the ones that have taken the short route will not be there for long.
Let's dismiss the ships. So it looks like they're trying to join up with that lot. We attacked there in Constantinople, that's okay. But that look like they're going to join up. I don't think I have time to kick them there. Because they're too close.
They're 2 counties away. Can you get in there fast enough to get them into that county?
No.
Have you got an organiser already on that?
That one, maybe not. Let's stick it Helgi.
No,
Still can't.
Still not actually going to get there fast enough.
I think I change tack with that lot. I head over there and start besieging the capital.
I think that's not a bad idea. Possibly marching through those 444 routes.
Well, I'm going to try. This is notoriously difficult. I know that's going to give him quite a large army. Never arrived in Chaldea. Send you over there as well.
Slightly wonder if you can pick off those 239 as well, but I think let's not worry too much about that yet. See how things go for the next few moves.
Yes. Now I think pause. I think I keep on heading west to mop up those two.
I think you also work out what's going on over here. There's a pending battle and we need to work out whether we want it to happen or not.
So they're going to Nikandos.
And you're presumably not going to get Nikandos, you're going there. So I think you do want that battle to happen.
I think so.
Because that will actually get 444. And all being well, the Empire won't be able to turn those 6,000 around fast enough to get them to come and join in.
Yes. Let's also see if we've got a...
Make that a good army.
halfway reasonable commander. Go on, sit there. Besiege. At least because I think it will be a mistake.
They're trying to bring in reinforcements, but
Pause. Right. So I can't go and split that lot off because they're too big.
so is that 2,000 in? Oh, they're going to move into the next county, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would not be able to defeat them before the 4,000 came to join you.
Yeah.
So I think everything should keep going where it. I think you just keep sending everyone west. I think your next step is probably thrash a few things over in Greece.
And then try and... well, that's got a bit interesting. Anyway. Oh, there's 5,000 there.
Yeah.
Where the hell did they come from?
Well, happily, they're running away from your
They're going to carry
existing
on.
3,000 strong army, so I think you could be brave and try to pick off the 1,100 at the back of the Greek mob.
Or I could go and pick that lot off.
Yeah, that feels safer.
So they have hills bonus.
Yeah, I think you've got enough troops to overcome that, and you know it's not to have troops up.
I think that's going to be with my small army that I couldn't turn round in time. There we have a holding in Constantinople, that's nice.
By the way, so actually,
Yes.
I notice a stationary Empire army of 1,100 on the south coast of Anatolia.
This one.
Hmm.
They're 1,700.
Oh yeah, 1,700. Is it mountainous?
Almost certainly. Yes.
Okay, probably a bit dodgy sending the 4,000 down there though. It might work.
And the downside is, of course, he's got another 6,000 from there. Oh good, my wife is pregnant. I mean, what? Okay, he's hired 2,500 people. Well, that's entertaining, so I should probably wander over and kick that army too. Ooh, that's mountains.
If you can get those 300, maybe it's worth picking off the smaller armies ahead first, because the others may eventually catch up with them. And like, if they don't, that means at least the small ones can't act as reinforcements for the big one.
Yes. I'm just going to sit here and go, Dorilion, which bloody idiot? Fortify Dorilion. Oh no, wait, it would be this one.
Do you have any siege leaders?
Do I have a siege leader? I think I do have some siege leaders. Right, there we are. A good old mate Evangelos. He's quite old, but he's also quite good at this. Downsiders, of course. When I lose this war, which is entirely possible, they'll be an extremely pissed off Byzantine emperor who doesn't like me. So you lot, they've moved into the hills. Ha ha ha. The Stoats have moved into the hills.
Excellent. Your war score is slowly going up. It's at a point where you could probably get a white piece, but I'm not sure that would help you much.
Yeah, I don't know if he doesn't get to imprison me, does he? If I white peace, does he still get to nick my title?
Let's see what I can find.
Famous writer proposes to write your family chronicles. I think I'm going to be proud and lose 16 gold and hope that I don't need it to pay some armies shortly. In which case pride will goeth before a fall. As per.
Yes, I don't know what the consequences of white peace would be. Like my suspicion is that if the war turns against you, that may be the point at which to find out what the consequences of a white peace are.
Yes.
Essentially, you're not yet at your maximum war score.
No.
Your maximum war score will probably not be 100, but like, if it's high enough to get a white peace, it may be worth trying that at the point where the empire looks organised.
Yes.
Of course, you may also actually manage to win the war.
So right, that is a Bulgarian revolt. We want to avoid it.
Yes.
So
I think now you want to bring that army over to Dorilion, bypassing Constantinople.
yes, I think I do too. Probably, in fact, over to this lot here, which is fine.
Because he's going to win some sieges soon.
Yes, and that's going to start nadgering my war score. On the other hand,
where's your capital?
my capital is,
All
of
the way
course,
over there.
in Tiflis.
So he's not going to besiege that.
He's not yet besieging that.
So I think there is still more war score to be had, at least at the point at which you take the
Take the
county
capital, which I might do before he manages to take any of mine. What else is there in Doralion? Is any of it made of cheese? So, not particularly. Problem is, I'm not going to get a huge war score boost from besieging his capital. But he is going to get, because at the moment I am getting a large amount of ticking war score for controlling all my holdings.
You want to pay close attention, and when any one of those is about to be lost is probably, unless you're feeling very optimistic about the future, the point at which you'll propose a white peace. Or even, well, first of all, check if he would take it, he would surrender, but that's highly unlikely. But, you know, the AIs occasionally surrender under ludicrous circumstances.
This is true. Not 45% from the score. Okay, that is a fairly big thing, but I have just occupied like the main baronial holding in his capital, so yeah, I guess.
I would be inclined to say that now you look at when you can assault things. I think the aim at this point, if anything, should be gain war score fast.
And to hell with the consequences.
Because you're not going. This war, if this war drags on, you're going to lose it anyway.
Guaranteeably, and I might as well lose it quickly.
So, because the moment he takes one of your holdings,
I guaranteeably
you're
lose
pretty much doomed.
most of my war score. Yes, I think I'm doomed too. Don't know.
So, as soon as that's assaultable. 15 days,
well, I suspect once that army turns up, it's going to have a.
So you mostly want to worry about your Constantinople. Yes, you're holding in Constantinople. Right, that's assaultable now. I think you might keep the Senate boxing.
Oh, that lot have broken off the assault. Offer now. It's 19 days before that becomes assaultable, so I'm not going to get.
Let's see what. I mean, yes. I think. Yes.
Well, let's see if he'll take a surrender at this point.
Enforced demands,
no.
Offer white peace. Yes. So we don't quite know what the consequence will be.
But we know that surrender is bad. And this is the point at which I am at maximum war score.
So if you go to that county.
Yeah.
So what does if you mouse over the progress bar for the defenders, currently 11.4%, losing 7.6% every 12 days. We need to allow a little bit of round trip time for the offer of white peace.
I think I have to offer
So
now.
I think now is probably about as late as you can safely do it, because you've got at most 24 days and at least 12 days before Constantinople falls, or whatever that place is that he's seen. So yes, just so enforced demands gets a no, doesn't it? And yes. So yes, I think let's find out what offering white peace at this point does.
Yes. Right, let's offer a white peace. Let's unpause because we need time to trickle.
And I have no idea what the consequences of this will be. You've never managed to lose one of these wars as on the liege side.
No, this is because...
I mean, even come close to white peace.
Right. White peace is basically you back away gently going, this was all a terrible mistake, honest gov. Nothing to see here.
Pretend this war didn't happen. Usually slightly worse for the attacker than the defender. On the grounds that the attacker shouldn't have started the war in the first place.
Yeah.
Why did slaughter the surrender is not really fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone gets to claim that they won.
Yes. And we all just go, well, that was a very embarrassing moment, nothing to see here.
Right. So what actually has the consequences been? It looks like you've lost all your holdings in Anatolia. But I'm not
I don't...
sure.
Hang on, let's... Pause. Right, realms. I have not yet lost all my...
Crimea.
Lost the kingdom.
Lost the holdings in Anatolia. Are you still king of Anatolia?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So it looks like you didn't successfully kick out the Byzantine Emperor.
But he hasn't
did resist
yet
losing your title.
kicked out my titles. Yes. There is, of course, the small problem that he does not like me at the moment.
He wants the kingdom of Anatolia back off you. You dislike him quite a lot too.
Well, he...
because he at least attempted to revoke
my title. But, I mean, he's spared me after rebellion, so whatever. And he gets 15 for crushing a major revolt, which is... I like him for crushing a major revolt, which was me.
I think that's not so much like as in are not so disposed to revolt against. I mean, the point of that is,
yes,
from the player's point of view, that if you've crushed a major revolt, you shouldn't immediately get more of them, because everyone else hates you. So if you're not a member of the Independence faction, now will be a great time to join it, I think.
I've got a truce with my liege, so I can't join them yet. So how long do I have a truce with my liege for?
Somewhere here there's a truce with the Byzantine Emperor.
For 10 years.
10 years.
Right. Can I plot to kill him?
I don't know whether that means he can... That probably only stops you... that surely can't stop you rebelling against him when he tries to take your title again.
Indeed, but... Well, I don't think that would stop me, but...
And I don't think it should stop him trying to take your title, but... Anyway, yes, so you can't immediately try to get him independent.
However, plot to kill him. On the grounds that,
Byzantine Empire.
It's Byzantine Empire.
Just turn on auto-invite for now.
I'll just turn on auto-invite for now.
Because it's not like you're well off for money.
It's not like I have any money for bribes. Right, let's... So time is already quite slow, so we can let it tick. Right, we have a somewhat squashed military, not least because there are a couple of rowdy rebels that joined us. So let's unpause and see what happens. Kingdom of Crimea is... Why am I nominating someone here again? Okay, let's probably make it him. Well, let's go and look at who my son is. How old is my son? My son is 1, and so far he's got 1 intrigue. Okay. Let's have a look. Factions I can't join yet, but totally I would join the independence faction. Military is just depressing. Let's just check. We don't have any costly fleet levies raised. Do we have anything where we can make an advance in anything? Cities and temples. Yeah, but I don't really have any money to build anything. Don't think I need most of those things. So yes, of course, Anatolia is agnatic primogeniture, but of course my heir would have a good claim on them. Right, we've got some good people there. Let's just check that we still have some minor titles. Right, yeah, we don't have any spare to give away. Let's see how my vassals are feeling about me right now. Okay, you are not happy, Bunny. What can we? Yes, we can. Right, you want the Kingdom of Anatolia? Our official position to that is, well, you can suck it. Nearly everyone desires the Kingdom of Anatolia. You're researching military tech, you're researching economic tech, you're studying technology, and you're researching cultural tech. Okay, I think that is probably broadly what I want to do. I'm hoping to survive long enough for the next generation to manage to do something useful. Although that is always okay, why does everyone like him so much? Maybe it's because he's bounded and about to die. Well, okay. There we go. Right, I think let's turn time back up again, as we still want to go through the thing of becoming a bit richer. Really, people? You know what, let's leave that as it is and let them fight amongst themselves for a bit, and I'll see if I can survive long enough to let the next generation take over. Right, let's flatter my wife, because I am trying to save money. who are you? Unfortunately, you are named after a cabbage. You are moderately promising, but nothing special. Right. So my lover is attractive. Break off thing. Right, let's break off the love affair, because otherwise I stand a chance of becoming stressed. This is a bad idea. We have a daughter, obviously. Our first daughter is called Hypatia. Right, okay, grief. I suppose I had an ambition. I don't think any of the ones where we expect the Emperor to appoint us to anything are likely to happen. So we could try and become a paragon of virtue, which seems unlikely. Become exalted among men also seems unlikely. And we can try to improve our learning. Right, well, let's go for trying to improve our learning. So, let's go and see if there are any useful weak claims we can press. I mean, admittedly they'd have to be against someone who is basically made of cheese. I mean, okay, it would almost be tempting to go and try and take on the Queen of Scotland for this guy's claim on Suthrea, but probably not.
I think you want to keep your armies fairly close to home.
No, but it's so exciting. Also, she's a woman, so that's no good. Duchy of Sardinia would be theoretically possible. Bearing in mind I have quite a lot of Sardinia already. And I have a landed claimant. Does she have any good pacts? No. I was slightly inclined to go for the Duchy of Sardinia.
Might work. Might piss off the Emperor a bit more. I don't know.
Well,
but on the other hand, pissing off the Emperor while taking his vassals is not terribly harmful.
Yeah. I mean, the worst that happens, it all goes horribly wrong, right? And I have to try and rebuild from a small, hovel in the... hang on, let's just check she doesn't have lots of cash. She has about the same amount of cash as I do. Right, okay. I think it's time to declare war. Sardinia will be mine. Let's turn down time a lot. I think I want to raise all of my levies. do you mean I don't have any ships there? Fine. Let's activate one of our ferry services. Yeah, clearly not together. We're on organiser, and in fact, let's just. I think I've got all of the initial troop aggregation sorted. Or at least I've got everything in motion. It takes a while. Glue it all together. Dismiss the Crimean fleet. I mean, I say the Crimean fleet. I mean, I dismiss this guy, it does. In there, we're waiting for you to turn up. And we're waiting for you two to turn up. Okay. Damn it, dangerous factions. Prince Raphael for Crimea. Excuse me. Right, here are you. Where is your thing? Can't move you. Right. I can move you over there.
You control the west side of Southern New Land there.
No, that's Calabria. I thought I did have some of Sardinia, but that might have been temporary while I was busy having a revolt. Incidentally, when can I move my guy? December. Okay, that's going to be a little together. Embark. Yield. You know what? 50 troops. I'm not going to bother trying to kill you lot. Okay, my troops are heading in the right direction. So, yeah. Those levies, Crown Authority, that's why you don't like me. Not what I wanted you to do, really. No, let's not do that. No, that's not what I want. Okay. Okay, looks like they're trying to shove themselves onto ships, which is entertaining. But I have many more places for them to besiege compared to the other way round.
It occurs to me that you've presumably got de jure claims on quite a lot of Anatolia.
Yes, but most of Anatolia is full of scary people, including the Byzantine Emperor.
So there's only one county which is
It's true. But certainly, like, Antioch is scary. Crete might not be. But the problem is, Crete's slightly scary because it's mountains. You know, admittedly, so it's quite a lot of Sardinia, but I could probably arrange to not, you know, be in all of Sardinia. Okay, fine, can't do that. So. Trixie Hobbits. My plan is to shove these people ashore here and start besieging something, really. Where is my siege leader? There is my siege leader.
occurred to me that one reason why the Emperor might want to revoke the Kingdom of Anatolia is because his capital is in Anatolia.
Yeah.
I don't know there's much to be done about that, though murdering the Emperor might help.
Well, yeah, because that's a good way to get the capital to move. Although possibly not out of Anatolia. So, let's go and work out where the Sardinian army are. Or indeed, possibly where the Sardinian navy are. Oh, are you going to go and try and besiege my capital? I mean, I guess. You can't assault it, so you're going to have to sit down outside it and take your chances. Oh, hang on, I can move you over there. Let's see if my diplomat and my backstabber between them can sort that one out. Right, 9% more score. Oh dear. I have a rabble of rebellious things. I'm not going to let you take Crimea. I didn't let the Emperor take Anatolia, so I don't see why I should let you not take Crimea. Let's first of all see how much money he's got. None. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So, I now have 3,700 troops. How many does Mr. Wise Guy have? How's he got 8,000? Oh my god, he's tribal. And from vassals. Right, so let's just check. What for White Peace gets? He loses something, we don't. Right. So I'd lose the Kingdom of Crimea. I think this is a good point to save and stop because I don't know what to do about this, and I do actually need to have some brain for some work tomorrow. And the year is 9:32, so we haven't advanced the clock much, but quite a lot has happened. Also, my wife did not do a good job of scheming there. Good night.